Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I'm so excited about this topic tonight. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. I'm a business and life coach. And tonight, I'm going to be teaching on how to step profitably into your next level. That's right, how to step profitably into your next level. It's a question that I get all the time. How do I step into my next level? And how do I do it in a way that allows me to build a business that's unrecognizable? If you've ever had that thought, then this live is going to be for you. Hi, Kenyatta. Good to see you. I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist. I'm a business and life coach. And I got started in my company about 16 years ago. And I made a simple decision to go to work as myself. Yep. To step profitably into my next level. And I'm going to break down for you tonight exactly the steps that I took. This is my truth. This is what I've done. I know that talent is not transferable, but technique is. And what I'm going to share with you tonight is going to be technique. Hey, Dad, good to see you. What I'm going to share with you tonight is going to be technique. And I'm going to share with you the step-by-step process that you can follow also, so that if you've ever had that question saying, over the next 3 months, I want to change my life. I want my life to be unrecognizable. I want to figure out, what do I need to do step by step to change the profitability of my company, to go after my dreams, to stop being afraid, to show up in the way that I show up at work, to show up that same way in my life and in my own business. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. So you're in the right place tonight if you want to know how to profitably step into your next level. For those of you who are just joining me, I'm so glad that you're here. You're in the right place. Now, you're definitely going to need pad and paper tonight. I've got simply 10 points. And I'm going to break down with you exactly what I've done step by step, literally to change my life, but simply making the decision that doing this business halfway was not an option for me. What did I do to be able to grow an amazing business from the comfort of my home, serving women that I absolutely love to serve? I'm going to tell you my secrets tonight. I'm going to pull back the curtains. I'm not going to hold back. So if you are ready for truth, you are in the right place. So here's my story. Got started my company 16 years ago, went to a small business resource center in my town, was told that my idea, mom coaching, did not make any sense and that I should find a job in corporate America and work as a corporate trainer instead of starting a business. I went to a small business resource center and was told to get a job. Okay. And I kept looking for someone to help me. And one of the things I realized is sometimes when you have an out of the box thought or you're an out of the box dreamer, what happens is that sometimes the people we get advice from, if they can't see what you see, they can often be discouraging. They might say things to you like, how are you going to do that? Or that doesn't make any sense. Or why don't you do what everyone else is doing? But I kept looking for someone to help me. And I ended up bumping into an amazing coach, the second most profitable business coach in the country at that time. And I decided to go to a live event, and that event changed my life. I knew in that moment that she was going to be the mentor for me. And I also knew in that moment that coaching was exactly what I wanted to do. Okay. Fast forward, I've had the opportunity to coach thousands of women, literally working from the comfort of my home. And I've had the opportunity to be signed to Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist, to sign corporate deals with Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 companies as the mom strategist doing this very thing. And I learned that if you align what you want to do, your out of the box idea, with someone who's in a position to help you, who's further along, that they will help you light your candle. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all looking for. As a result of growing my business, I would say that one of the most interesting moments for me was when my husband developed kidney disease. And so that was about 9 years ago. And my husband went on dialysis, and that treatment's very aggressive. It's 3 days a week, 3 hours at a day, every time he goes on dialysis. And it was for kidney failure. It was a scary time for us. And my kids were really young, like 11, 8, and 5 years young. And I was so grateful I had built a business that allowed me to be there for my family because, you know, at the end of the day, I wanted my husband to be well, and I didn't want money to be a concern. And I think that's how all of us feel. And because I had built my business before I needed it, when I needed it, it was there for my family. And I always tell women the importance of not being codependent on your spouse if you're married, or codependent on your job. So many people are. And you got to understand that a man is not a plan and a job is not a plan. And in my case, I learned that firsthand. My husband did get a kidney transplant. He's doing amazing. And I was so grateful we were able to hire for him a private physician to get amazing care. And I believe it is one of the reasons why he recovered so well, so quickly. He didn't have to worry about going back to work in 6 weeks. He didn't have the stress of, about making money or anything like that. He could just focus on his healing, what was most important. I would say equally one of my greatest, I would say for my husband and I, one of our greatest accomplishments is being able to give our children a world-class education. And for those of you who are into that, I'm into that. We've invested over $1 million in undergraduate education, meaning elementary, middle, and high school, not college. Elementary, middle, and high school, giving our kids a great education. And to me, that's so important. If that's something that you're into, to be able to sow those kind of seeds into your children, it makes all the difference. Today, what I'm going to talk about is how to step into your next level profitably. And I'm going to break that down step by step. And I'm just going to share my story with you. And my only goal is to support. If there's one person out there that I can support, great. Okay. And you're definitely going to want to write this down. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Okay. And I want you to write, if you're ready, I think you do need to be ready to receive a powerful message. I want you to write, I'm ready, Mia, and I'm going to get started. All right. So who is ready to hear this message? How to step profitably into your next level. It is not going to be what you think. Good to see you, Evelyn. Hi, Fonda. I'm so glad that you guys are here. So if you're ready, just pop in the comments, I'm ready, and I'll start. Gail is ready. Awesome, Gail. I'm so glad that you are. You're going to be in for a treat tonight. Evelyn is ready. Of course, you're always ready. Awesome. Is anyone else ready? Tamisha is ready also. Awesome. I'm so glad that you're here, and welcome to this live. All right. So number one, I'm going to get started, is the first thing I want you to understand if you want to step profitably into your next level is, number one, keep things simple. Keep things simple. Okay. Keep things simple. So, when I started my company years ago, I didn't focus on doing a whole lot of things or a lot of shiny objects or a lot of technology. I kept things very simple in my business. I recognized that my expertise, my education, and my background was enough. And it was enough for me to launch. It was enough for me to serve my audience through coaching and consulting. It was enough for me to build out quality products that would deliver amazing results. And I want you to understand this. If you've been making this way too hard, maybe you haven't launched because you think it requires a lot of tech, or maybe you think that you need to build a website before you get started. I know I called you out. I'm sorry. Okay. Or maybe there's something else that you believe you need before you can launch this business. I want you to know that that's not true. Okay. If you want to step into your next level profitably, the first thing to understand is you need to keep things extremely simple. You are enough. And I say this all the time. I think sometimes people don't really get this part. When I launched my business, I didn't go back to school to get a certification. I didn't have a fancy website, and I still don't have a fancy website this day. I mean, I've got a nice website, but it's not a fancy website. I've never spent over $500 for any website that I've had. Why? Because you don't need to. And I think so often people focus on the wrong things. They focus on branding. They focus on things that are ego driven. They make it harder for themselves when really all people really want is your knowledge. They just want your expertise. They just want you to be able to say, yes, I can serve you, and you can tell them how they can get started. So this idea that you have to have all of these steps, all of these things before you can get started, it isn't real. Most often it is a strategy for you not to move forward. When I tell you the number of clients that I've worked with, and any of my clients here, you guys can verify it, that the number of my clients that have gotten started without a website, without anything exceptionally fancy, and they've closed big ticket things, $2,500, $5,000, $10,000 or more. Just understanding that their knowledge base, their expertise, their education, their life skills, their hard skills are enough. All right. So the very first thing you've got to understand is when you want to get started in business, just start. And the idea that you have to have all of these other things before you can launch is just not real. Okay. Is that helping you? All right. Because that's what I did. The second thing, which I found to be really, really supportive for me, is being authentic, being true, like be true. Be yourself, 100% of who you are, not a version of anyone else. Be all of who you are. And I want you to know this, that the people who want to work with you because you are you. They want to work with you because of your background, because of your story, because of the things you've overcome, because of your giftedness, because of the education you've already acquired and the experience that is all over you. That's why they want to work with you. And so you hiding behind those things and not telling the full story doesn't allow the people you're meant to impact to find you. And I personally believe it's inauthentic. You know, when I tell you about the number of women, when I meet them, who are living a life that it's as an imposter. And what I mean is they're not fakes. The fact of the matter is they're just not telling the full story. You know, imagine if you are a giant in many ways. You're smart, you're sharp, you're accomplished, you've achieved significant success in your life. And somehow, when you decide to market your business, you decide you're going to mute your story because you don't feel like you're going to sound braggadocious, or somebody's like, don't tell them all of that, or don't be all of who you are. And I want to tell you that you need to be all of who you are. The people who are meant for you, that need you in their lives, they need to know those parts of you, because that part of you is also inside of them. Is this making sense? All right. And maybe the reason right now you're not as profitable as you would like to be is because you're not telling the full story. It's so true. I learned this years ago. I started my business as a mom coach because I have these great systems in motherhood that can support any mom. And then I also had this background as a corporate trainer, and it's very unconventional to put these two things together, but I decided I'm going to put these two things together because it is my unique view in life. It is what my expertise is. And I know for a fact that if I marry these two things and this expertise, then I'm going to really be able to support and zone in on whatever the challenges are for any woman out there who's dealing with any struggles related to, building out your own products as a coach, a consultant, a trainer, an author, a speaker, or an online educator. I know that. And I also know that on the life side, if your mindset hasn't yet shifted so that you're making time for yourself, making time for your life, understanding what your own value is so that you can create impact, you need systems around that so you can show up tall. And so I married those two things. And it changed not only my life, but it changed the lives of so many women. I gave them permission to talk about something that was on their hearts and minds because I was vulnerable enough to share my heart and my expertise with the world. Maybe your business will be more profitable if you just told the truth. All right. Number 3. Okay. You'll see where I'm going. Life is not about, in elementary school, we learned show and tell. One of the things I've come to know in business that's really important is that it's not about the show and tell. It really is about tell and show, okay? lead with proof. See, the coolest thing is if you're being authentic, like what I just talked about, and you're looking to work with people who want what you know how to do, and you can lead with the proof, meaning the results that you've created in your own life, and then, of course, the results that you've been able to transfer to other people by changing the lives of others with what you know how to do. All right, then you will find that growing a business, an amazing business, will be a lot easier for you. You'll equally find that you won't have competition in the conventional way. Sure, you're going to have people that think they're competing with you, but the truth of the matter is nobody can really compete with you when you're being all of you. If you're understanding what I'm saying, I want somebody to write, I am getting this, Mia. I wanted to break down today how to step profitably into your next level. And I think it's something that people don't talk about enough. It's really important. And quite frankly, it's super easy. I'm sharing my step-by-step, pulling back the windows of what did I do to be able to grow an amazing business from the comfort of my home. And it is my only goal to support those of you with doing exactly the same. What I've covered already, number one, is keep things simple, okay? Keep things simple. There's no creativity in calamity. So keep things super simple. Number two, be authentic. Be the highest version of yourself. Understand that that is the only thing that really matters, right? You being all of who you are. And number three, tell and show the truth. Lead always with proof. See, the thing that no one can ever contest. Hi, Ada. Good to see you, Tijuana. I'm so glad you're here and that you guys are getting it. The thing that no one will ever be able to contest in your business are results, are transformation. And so it positions you in a completely different way when you do things that create amazing results because you only talk about and teach what you know. And none of you guys, I know if you're following me, you're not interested in building out courses and curriculums for people that just to sell things, because at the end of the day, it's about creating results at a high level for the people you want to serve if you want to create sustainable success in your business, right? Like if I sell you something that's lackluster, then you come to know me as a person that sells lackluster things, correct? Will you buy anything from me again? No. However, conversely, if I sell you something that delivers and exceeds the value of what you've invested, will you buy over and over and over again? Absolutely. Okay. And so if you want to step into your next level profitably, I want to tell you that separate yourself from the competition. And I don't really believe that there really is any competition when you have proof, because the reality is your results are the proof. And people can make a decision to work with you unequivocally because they can see that you deliver on what you say. So let people compete with you. And what you do is deliver results for the people that you serve. And I will tell you, you will swim in a lane all by yourself. You can take that to the bank. Number 4, okay? Invest and only work with the best. And I'm going to define what the best is according to, this is my opinion, this is what I've done over the years. Number 4, only. If I had flashing lights, I'd put it, invest to work only with the best. And this is how I define the best. I haven't had many mentors or teachers over the years. In 16 years, I've had 4 coaches, 4, one main coach, and then I've had some specialty coaches like marketing, Facebook ads, and selling. Okay. And typically, I have never hired another coach without the recommendation from my coach. Okay. Except for one coach. So, except for one coach that I hired, which was like a Facebook ad thing, and it was specialized knowledge that I was seeking. But I have never, ever hired another coach while I was working with my coach. Why? Because I have one teacher that I'm learning from who understands me, understands my business, is supporting me and being able to grow my business and take it to the next level. And I'm going to tell you that for so many people, the reason they don't have profitable businesses is because they get confused. They're like trying to implement things from so many different places that it becomes confusing. Okay. I know for myself, and I'm a master implementer, I cannot execute but so many plays in a week and be creative, right? Like how many people can I listen to and then how much can I get done in a week, right? That's based on the execution, based on what my coaches are asking me to do. So I've always kept that very simple. I've had one coach. I've followed those directives. I've implemented what she asked me to do, and I still do immediately, like literally. When I'm on my coaching calls every week, I what we talk about, I put in action immediately. And so there's no surprise why I get to see immediate results. What about you? All right. What I'm telling you is that you need to invest and work with only the best. And when I define the best, these are the things that I look for. One, value, shared values. Okay. And I'm not talking about only spiritual values, because I think sometimes people can be very narrow around that. I'm looking for values like, do we value how to live the same way? I wanted to work with someone that built their business around their life, not the other way around, their life around their business. And so I wanted my mentors to have a value that they did not live to work. Okay. But because they had a great life, okay, and they wanted their work to enhance that. That's how I wanted to live. I did not want to work with anyone who was not free, who did not generate 80% or more of their income from the comfort of their home, because I wanted to be free. And I'm not saying that that's your truth. I'm just saying that the way your coach generates income is exactly what they're going to teach you. Hi, Georgia. So it's exactly what they're going to teach you. And don't think anything, and I don't care what anybody tells you. Look at what you see. Understand that. That is the truth, right? That's the proof that you need. You also want to look for lifestyle. Now, people sometimes think that lifestyle is connected to getting your hair done, getting your nails done, flying first class on a plane, things like that. But one of the things that I was looking for was sustained lifestyle, freedom. Okay. Like true freedom. Anyone can buy a first class ticket. Anyone can get their nails done. Anyone can rent a limo. I was never impressed by small, shiny objects that don't dictate wealth. And I think so many people get caught up in things that don't matter. And then later on, they struggle with, why am I not where I want to be? It is because you didn't make a powerful choice for yourself to choose and invest with someone that shared your values and that had the lifestyle that you desired. One of the things that I realized for myself was that my coach lives 3 different places. And since I've known her, for 16 years, she lives in Mexico for 4 or 5 months every year. And I was like, wow, I want to work with someone with that level of freedom, because I want to learn how to build my business that way. I want my teachers to have the lifestyle I desire, because I know that if they have that, they can show me how to step into that quicker, faster, sooner. Is that making sense? Okay. And I also wanted someone that shared relational goals, the same relational goals. So if you're going to teach me, all my teachers have been in healthy relationships with their partners. And that's really important to me, because family is everything to me. And it doesn't mean that you couldn't teach me if you don't have a family. No, it doesn't mean that. But it means that I was looking for someone who had that sweet spot, because I wanted to know how to balance relationships with success, relationships with my business. And so I'm telling you, invest to work with only the best. Because when I got started my business, I didn't know anything about coaching, but I decided to hire the second best business coach in the country. And it changed my entire life. Okay. And I've been a full-time entrepreneur working from the comfort of my home. And I love it. I love what I get to do. Number 5. Number 5 is, I always say, honor your mentors by and say thank you by doing the work. Okay, so we're talking about how to step profitably into your next level. The way I've always done it is, whenever I've learned something new from my coaches, my mentors, I think my coaches will all tell everyone this. I'm a master implementer. My coach Joel says this about me all the time. My coach Terry of 16 years says this about me all the time, because it's true. And the way I honor them, and I talk about them all the time because they changed my life. The way I honor them is that I do the work. I do the work and I apply what they teach and I create amazing results from it. And I give them, demonstrate proof of those things, and I share it as evidence because that's my gift to them. And so I wanted to speak to that because a lot of you guys are your coaches or consultants, and you're that person that you feel like saying something great about someone that's helped you or mentor you, like it takes something away from you. You need to do some reading. All right. One of the things that I love to do, and I do it all the time, if you're in my community, you know this to be true, is that I edify my teachers tremendously. I'm very grateful for what they've taught me. And when I create amazing results multiple times in a year, I always share those results that they've created. It is my way of saying thank you. All right. I learned this, that there are very few people in your lifetime that will ever change your life. And whenever I meet people who changed my life, like literally changed my life, I could have been working like most people, 40 hours a week and running a business that on a part-time level, not knowing how to run a business profitably from the comfort of my home. But because I made an investment in myself at a high level and I got the best advice, I learned how to build a business that's allowed me to be free. I'm just telling you guys real talk, okay? And for that, I'm tremendously grateful. How could I ever forget that? How could I ever not know that? Why would I never, ever want to honor the people who have changed my life? It's just not my makeup. And if you want to build a business that allows you to step profitably into your next level, I will tell you, be the example of that for the people that you serve. All right. It's really important. It's what I model all the time. Ada writes, thank you for reminding me of this. The gift to the mentor is to implement the work. It totally is. So it's not so much, hey, look, I love you. It's like, you love me? Okay. Do the work. Okay. Edify the process that it works. Because at the end of the day, that is one of the greatest gifts, I think, to any mentor or coach. They want to see their clients succeed, and they want to see their clients exceed them. And I think that's what a great mentor wants. They want to see their clients create great and tremendous success. Number 6, decide to take action. You got to decide. Like, there's so many people who want to have a profitable business so that they can step into the next level, and they want the profit, but they never make a decision. They can't make a decision. They got to ask somebody to make a decision. Maybe they got to ask their partner. Maybe they got to ask their friends. They got to ask their neighbors, their cat, their goldfish. They can't make a decision. And this is one of the reasons that they never get to take action. You have to decide. Nope, you can't put this on your husband. I'm sorry. Or your board members, or some group of people that you decide you're going to talk to randomly, your mom, your cousin, or whatever. If you want to change your life and you want to step profitably in your next level, not the cat, right? You have to decide that you're going to take action. And every single time that I've changed my life, this to be true, Jasmine, I made a decision to do so. And not an indecision. See, an indecision by default is a decision. And you got to understand that we make powerful choices every single day. A powerful choice is indecision. Not making a choice is a powerful choice. It's just in the opposite direction of where you want to go. And so if you want to build a profitable business, okay, and you want to step into your next level, you have to make a decision that taking action is the only thing that you will do. Jackie says, I'll give you 3 implemented tasks daily. Jackie, you are a master implementer. It's the reason why your business is growing the way that it is growing is because you are accountable around 3 actions that you take every single day. All right. And so imagine the power of just doing 3 things every day to change your life. Over the course of a year, that's like over 1,200 things that you've done to move you in the direction of what you want. How could you not change your life by deciding every single day to take simple and small steps in the direction of where you want to go? Okay. Mia Smith writes, so true. I had to learn not to overthink and take action. It is the reason why most people do not step into the next level. They do not decide and they do not take action. All right. They are always the people that say things like this. I want to think about it. Can I have 24 hours? I need to talk to my husband. Oh, Listen, I'm just telling you, I have invested at a very high level of myself over and over and over again. And while my husband and I are going on our 25th year anniversary in December, while my husband and I are transparent about what we invest, I've never asked for permission to grow and change my life. And I do not understand why women hide behind that excuse. Excuse me, I do, because they haven't decided to take the action. And so they use their husband or they use their kids as a shield, all right, to change your life. Imagine you want to change your life and you haven't decided that you want to invest at a high level in yourself. What kind of change are you seeking without making an investment? I'm just asking you, all right? I'm just asking you. If you're getting this, I want you to write, I'm getting this, Mia. Number 6, okay? Number 6 is you have to be a person that decides that you're going to find the money, all right? And I know this is a touchy topic, and maybe half of you guys are going to leave right now. I'll see you later. I want you to understand this. If you want to change your life, you want to step into your next level, okay, profitably, you have got to find the money. You've got to understand this, that the reason your business isn't where it wants to be has nothing to do with your expertise, your background, your gifts, your talent, your wisdom, none of those things. It has nothing to do with your ability to create results for people, because I meet people all the time who have created amazing results in the lives of others. However, the reason they're not profitably where they want to be is because of what they do not know. And so often people are investing at a small level with people who are not qualified to teach you and cannot help you to shrink that gap of what you do not know. And because of that, you never get to that next level. Sometimes it's just one small thing. Isn't that right, Audra? Isn't that right, Fonda? It's just so true. Okay. And if you're that person and you want to change your life with $100 investment, $500 investment, a $1,500 investment, I will tell you, it is the reason why your business isn't profitable. When I tell you the number of times that I've had an opportunity to speak with people live who are interested in changing their business and growing their business. And I'm right there. I'm there to answer the questions that they have. I've supported thousands of women in starting businesses. Over 160 of my clients have written books. I'm good at what I do. And instead of them asking the question around what will it take? What kind of investment do I need to make in myself to do this? They say, how can I do this? What would you recommend that I do when I'm building a website? What would you recommend is the next step for me? So I say, well, what would you like your next step to be? Well, I was just wondering, if I start writing my book right now, if I start building my coaching program this way, and I think, what is in your way is that you are not investment minded. I'm being hardcore around this. If your feelings get hurt, you can drop off right now. I want you to understand you're not where you want to be because you're investing in things that you have to walk away from. The moment that you make an investment that scares you and it's what you need, and you have to step into that, you will show up so much differently than when you're invested in something that's $100 or $500 or $2,000. Imagine that you want to have, months where you do $10,000 months or $30,000 months or $50,000 months or $100,000 months or $250,000 months or more. And you are not willing to invest $10,000 or more in yourself to change your life. I just want you to hear that conversation for yourself. Yeah, I said it. Okay. And I think it's just not a conversation that we have enough. And unfortunately, a lot of women of color don't understand this piece. The idea, the notion that you don't want to invest in your business at a high level is the very reason why you're running around talking about you want to build your business as a side hustle. And let's be clear that the business has to be a side hustle because that has to be the mindset. You're going to have to keep hustling because you don't know what to do. I don't build businesses that are side hustles. I've built a business that's very sustainable based on practices that work over and over and over again. And I teach my clients how to do that. And I don't teach people how to build a business by being the boss babe or the boss chick or the side hustle business. Like, why would you ever want to build a business that becomes a lifestyle of hustle? Why not build a business that's around ease and grace based on solid principles on how to grow your business the right way the first time? I think that sometimes we don't recognize that we've picked up language that actually defeats us instead of affirming the goals that we want. I'm just being honest. All right. Wanted to shake your shoulders a little bit on this. Number 8, you got to associate up. All right. So associating up, I think, means that for me, every time I step into my next level, I will tell you I associate up. And I associate up. I just hang out with people who do things in ways that I've never done before. And it's something that I highly recommend. When I tell you that I was so over, I've been in business 16 years. I was so over the local networking groups. Oh my goodness, pull my eyeballs out. Okay. Like literally. Okay. Going to meetings with people who are just trying to sell me like things that I don't want. Okay. I wanted to be around people who were doing the out of the box, the unconventional, who were speaking a language that I didn't speak yet, who were marketing at the highest level, who were not scarcity minded, people who had wisdom to share, that had a level of appreciation for me being my highest and tallest self. That is what I learned, is to associate up and to build community with people in my own village, my own ambition level and above. And if you don't have that, it's likely the reason that you do not have the things that you want in your business. And it's the reason you haven't stepped into your next level. See, when you're around people who aren't talking about how to generate wealth, or they think wealth is a dirty word, or they think that people are just money focused, when you're around people like that, you got to understand that the reason they're not talking about it is because they don't have an understanding of how wealth is really a tool, right? It's just a tool that allows you to be able to make a difference in the lives of others for the longest period of time. You can sow into whatever charities you want when you build a profitable and sustainable business, and you can commit to whatever it is you want. I always find it so interesting talking to people who are telling me that how faith based they are, and yet they're so fearful around being able to be abundant minded, right? Resources wise, that their giving muscle is like gigantic and ginormous, but their ability to receive is so incredibly tiny, and that it scares them to be able to step into the highest level of their vision and their dreams, profitably speaking. It is the reason why so many people give away what they have for free. It is the reason why so many people are on discount. It is the reason why so many people don't have fees at all, because they have a belief or a mindset that says that if I decide to receive, I am bad. All right. I'm just breaking this down. And maybe this isn't something that relates to you, but I want you to understand this, that one of the gifts, and I'll tell you for sure, for me in my life, is being able to grow a business that's sustainable, to be able to work with women and be able to give them my everything, because I run a profitable company from the comfort of my home that has allowed me to be able to take care of my family, that has made money no longer a concern, that has allowed me to sow into the charities that matter the most to me, okay, that's given my family the stability, that's allowed my husband to know I've got your back, okay, he's got mine, okay, because you see, the thing is, sometimes we use messages or we twist messages so that we don't have to be all of who we need to be. All right, you guys know what I'm talking about? Into that. Number 9, dream big, work bigger. Dream big, work bigger. So I want you to understand this, that dreaming big is so key. I'm a big dreamer, and I love hanging out with people who equally share big, amazing, bodacious dreams. We think outside of the box. We see things that aren't there. We understand that we're put here with these gifts and the mindset that we have to be able to create amazing impact. But dreaming alone doesn't just do it. You have to work that dream. Work that dream. So dream big, work even bigger. What that means for me is like, whenever I think about working bigger, I think, who can I play with at the highest level? Who would be a great playmate for me? And I've never ever thought I'm going to build my business and my business model, working with people who are not fully vested in the solution that would support them. So many people build their businesses with people who are not investment minded. They actually don't want a result. And so it's the reason why the business that you have hasn't allowed you to step into another level. Because if you build your business with people who are not investment minded, that means that they're the opposite of that, right? They are the low ticket people who likely are not doing the work and getting the results. And I want to tell you, for those of you out here and you create amazing results for your clients, change your demographic of the people that you're working with, and you will change your entire business. You will love it even more. For those of you who are like struggling out there with like, I'm working with the wrong people aren't just getting it, I will tell you that you have a responsibility to stand in your value. And when you do, you will attract the right people to you. It's something that I teach my clients. I've dreamed big. I said, I only work with giants. I only work with women who are smart, sharp, believe in self-investment, who are action takers, who are go-getters, and who are go-givers. People who are about doing the work that change their lives. Women who are looking for the full solution. I do not work with people who don't want to be partners in the success that they desire. They want someone else to want it more than them. Is that clear? Is that making sense? All right. Number 10. We're here. I can't believe it. Today, what I'm talking about is how to step into your next chapter and profitably. And number 10 is to personally grow. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about personal growth as a part of stepping into your next level. The way we start in business is not the way we end in business. One of the things that I've learned over the years, man, I can't even tell you the number of books that I've read. I can't tell you the number of personal investments that I've made to be able to grow myself, grow my skill set. I can't tell you the hundreds of thousands of dollars I've invested in myself in coaching so that I could be a better me. But I have. And I've done it so that I could personally grow. At the end of the day, the people who want to work with you want to work with the highest and tallest version of you. I've listened to so many people who have powerful stories or a powerful backgrounds, right? Like amazing backgrounds. But when they open their mouths, they are so negative that you are like, I would never work with this person because they just don't inspire, or you need a forklift in order to really like lift up all of their junk. One of the things that's so important if you want to grow a profitable business, okay, and that allows you to step into your next level, is that you've got to do that work on you. You've got to do the work on you so that, one, you can see people as they can be, so that you can get over your own prejudgments, so that you can understand that your ego is not your amigo, okay? So that you can understand that everything you've been through, you've gone through, all of your pain, whatever has happened to you, that it is happening for you so that you can stand on those things comfortably, confidently, all right? So that you can understand that imperfection is the greatest gift of all time. At all times. And to think anything other than that is just not true. What allows you to know that? Personal growth, reading, having a reading habit. One of the reasons that I love to read is that I find myself in the books that I read. It also allows me to be able to relate at a higher level in many ways to the people that I serve. When I think about my investments in terms of the leadership that I allow in my ear, we are a product of our association, the people that we spend time with, the things that we listen to, the things that we read, and the people we hang out with. That's our dominant association. Ask yourself, what are you associating with that's allowing you to grow or not to grow? It's a really powerful question. And if you want your business to profitably step into your next level, one of the things you have to do is change how you think. And that is all your personal growth, personal development habit. It's true. And it's something that I'm very committed to, is being the best and highest version of myself. And it's something that I highly recommend for you. All right. So I'm going to recap. And did you guys get value tonight? I talked on how to step into your next level profitably. And I shared 10 things. I'll recap those. And I would love to hear what was your biggest takeaway or your biggest aha from being here today. Number one, keep things simple. Understand that if you want profitability in your life, it doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. And know that it can be easy. Number two, be authentic. Be all of who you are. Be only who you are. You don't have to be a version of anyone else or a creative duplicator. You are enough, and stand on that. Number three, invest to work only with the best. And I always say the best are people that have shared values that you have. And those values would include lifestyle. Do they want to live the way that you like to live? Okay. Relational. Okay. Do they have the kind of relationships that you desire? I love being around people. Or spirituality. Okay. Number four, honor your mentors and say thank you by doing the work. That's greatest honor. It's like for Terry to teach me something or Joel to teach me something, and then for me to do that, and then to be able to honor their process is a gift. It's a gift, right? Number five, decide to take action. All right. Decide to take action and decide, take action. Okay. All right. Number six, find the money. All right. For anyone, listen, I don't even want to hear it. Like, don't even bother ever reaching out to me. If you're not investment minded, you want to change your life and you are investment adverse, don't reach out to me, because how are you going to change your life not wanting to invest in yourself? How does anybody change your life not making an investment of time, money, and energy? Okay. You got to get that straight. All right. You got to understand that's a mindset and you deserve it. Number seven, associate up. Associate up. Very important. Hang out with people, your own ambition level and above. Number nine, dream big, work bigger. And number 10, personally grow. That's what I shared today. If there are any ahas or takeaways, I would love to see them here. Ida said, I held a live today on associating with. Okay, awesome. And awesome. And then Ida said that, yes, lots of value. Your aha is the gift to mentors. Associate up. Yes. Yes. Standing with confidence on all that went before. Thank you. You're welcome. And Evelyn writes, her aha is keep things simple. Keep things simple. Really important. Audra writes, biggest aha, associate up. It made all the difference in my mindset. Absolutely. Tijuana writes 1 through 10. You needed them all. I love that, right? I have to get out of my own way. Isn't it true? We all have to get out of our own way. It's true. I love that you love all of them. They all were really good. And these are all the things that I've done over the years to be able to grow my business. Wendy writes, associate up for sure. I think that sometimes we don't know what it looks like. And so we just do what everyone else is doing. And so, you hear about these local networking groups and you're like, I'll go. And then you get there and you realize, like, is anyone in here running a profitable business? I haven't gone to groups like that in such a long time, because I realized I don't want to go to a group where people are trying to sell me things. I want to go somewhere where people are serving from the tallest and highest place. Jackie writes, associate up. Awesome. And Mia writes, your aha was number 7 and number 8. Okay. So number 7 and 8, find the money, right, Mia, and associate up. I love that, right? So finding the money is essential. And I remember when I started working with my coach, I did not have the money. Like, I didn't even know what I would be investing, truthfully. Like, I didn't know it was going to be $1,000. And this is 16 years ago. $1,000 an hour is a lot of money. Okay. I didn't know when I made that commitment, like, what I was even going to talk with her about, because I was so new to coaching. I didn't know how that worked. But I knew that I couldn't stay where I was. And I knew I had to commit and I had to make an investment to learn that which I did not know. And so that's always really interesting to me, that people want to change their lives, like, on a free webinar. Like, what? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You got to make an investment in yourself at the highest level because you deserve it. And associating up, it goes without saying, it will change your life. Any final thoughts or questions? Did you guys get value tonight? I've had a blast sharing with you, and as always. And if you're not already connected with me on my newsletter list, miaredrick.com, you can go there and sign up at miaredrick.com. And I'm here on Facebook, Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. That's my handle here on Facebook. Very easy. If I can support you anyway, you can always inbox us here and let us know how I can help. All right. I love you guys. Have a great and amazing night. Kathy, hey there, darling. Hey, Mia, you taught me to value my gifts and what I have to offer and not to continue to give my expertise away. I will be forever grateful. I am so happy to see you here. Okay. And Catherine writes, great information. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. I think this is your first time here tonight. So I want to thank you for being here. Make sure you guys hit the notification button so when I come on again, you'll get notified. And Tijuana, you are welcome. I love you. Have a great and amazing night. You're welcome, Fonda. I appreciate you.